Hey, what do it, y'all? Swish Entertainment putting y'all tuned to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities alike. But first on these little favorite done for y'all first. Please like, comment, subscribe to this video, hit that notification bell as well. That'd be a great service to the channel and put y'all tuned to this story. Now today, once again, we'll be talking about the music mogul Diddy, or Sean Combs as many may know him. So today we will see the continuation of evidence being provided that will support the accusations that Diddy is being faced with, some of which would accuse Diddy of having sex trafficked women and committed acts of sexual assault towards them. Diddy is now currently being sued for 2 alleged acts of sexual assault by both a man and a woman. They also claim to have been drugged in the process of them being sexually assaulted. So first we have a woman filing the lawsuit directed towards Diddy coming from Maryland. This woman claims at the age of 18 years old within the year of 2001 that she was sexually assaulted by Diddy outside of a Halloween party. This heinous act being said to have taken place within New York City. According to this woman, she claims that she was lured into a limo and offered a drink which would make her feel dizzy. Following the woman's consumption of the drink, she would accuse Diddy of having forced her to perform oral sex on all the men within the limo, and then he would force her to perform oral sex on himself. In the second lawsuit, which was filed by a male, this man also claims to have been drugged by the music mogul Diddy. This man, coming out of the state of Florida, also claims that an associate of Diddy had also invited him to an after party within the city of Miami. The man also alleged that notable public figures were in attendance of the after party, having a good time with the experience. After this, the man claims that Diddy or one of his associates had laced him with a beverage and then he will fall in and out of consciousness. The man is then being said to have fallen into a slumber and then will wake up after being violated. Now, viewer discretion may be advised as the following details may be graphic to some. So after awakening, the man describes feeling a sharp pain in his rectum and his anus. He would then take notice that none of his clothing were on his person. He would turn around to try to see why he had felt pain in his anus area and then would notice Diddy behind him. The man then describes seeing Diddy erect and aroused and says that he sexually assaulted him, inserting his private part inside of him. The man's final details concerning his victimization describes Diddy smiling while performing acts of sexual assault on him and says that he was unable to defend himself or get out of the situation due to being intoxicated. Diddy and his team, following these lawsuits being filed against him, have denied all the allegations. Now, these lawsuits pale in comparison of the slew of lawsuits that have already been filed towards the music mogul. The first lawsuit that was filed against Diddy would take place a year ago, which would be from his former wife, Cassie Ventura. This lawsuit being filed on November 16th, Cassie Ventura accused Diddy of many heinous crimes which will consist of acts of sexual abuse and assault directed towards her. Within the coming months of November and December, many other alleged victims will come forward to file lawsuits towards Diddy as well. They all claim to have been drugged and given alcohol, which will hinder their ability to give consent or resist any forms of sexual abuse. By the month of February in the following year, a male music producer will come forward to accuse Diddy of the same acts. The man claimed to have been sexually assaulted by Diddy and then forced into sexual intercourse with prostitutes. By March 25th, Diddy's residences ended up being raided by police law officials within the city of Los Angeles and Miami. With Diddy's case continuing to grow and grow, by the month of May on the 17th, footage ended up being leaked of Diddy committing acts of assault towards his former wife Cassie Ventura. This would take place in a hallway at a hotel. This act of violence would take place in 2016, and Diddy would do all within his power to make sure this was not publicized to the masses. He even presented $50,000 in exchange for it not being publicized. But with the footage having been leaked about 8 years later on May 17th this year, it only made Cassie Ventura's allegations directed towards Diddy more credible. Cassie Ventura also alleges that she was punched before the footage of her being attacked by Diddy. Following her then being attacked, she tried to leave the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, in which she would be followed through the hallway and assaulted by her former husband Diddy. Diddy within the following 2 days will make a public apology and state that he is ashamed of his actions. He also said something along the lines of being in a dark state around the time that the events had transpired, saying that he would go on to get therapy and seek assistance to regulate his anger management. Diddy in about 4 months will be arrested in the city of New York at a Manhattan hotel on September 16th. Diddy within the following day will be indicted and labeled as the head of a criminal enterprise which had involvement or at least gave an effort to participate in sex trafficking, kidnapping, forced labor, drug offenses, interstate transportation with the intent of prostitution, obstruction of justice, bribery, and arson. Diddy, when being brought to court, will plead not guilty to the charges that he was faced with. Diddy is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. He was denied his 2 requests for bail to this point and is now making a 3rd attempt at getting bail within the following week. But yeah, y'all, let's go. Cap out this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are you guys surprised at the graphic details provided by this man in his lawsuit that he had filed today concerning Diddy? How long do you guys see Diddy's case taking to reach its conclusion in the future? And to cap that off, do you guys think the many lawsuits being presented against Diddy will be proven as falsified or legitimate? Let all that be known in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.